Welcome back to Celebrity Radio. It's Alex Belfield talking to my favourite people, the biggest stars in the world and some old friends. Russell Watson, how are you?
I'm very good. How are you?
Hey, it's great to see you again. I think the last time was 2011 that I saw you. I've spoken to you since. And what a few years it's been. Firstly, the question I always ask you, how are you?
I'm very good, thank you. Fit as a butcher's dog.
And you're feeling okay and everything's going great. And then, of course, I read in the papers, congratulations are in order. Big, big year for you.
Yep, got engaged to Louise. I think we're getting married in about 30 years from now.
Don't rush it. That's what I think. You know, before you sign the cheque, just make sure it's the right amount.
Yeah, it's well, we've been together 4 years, so normally you get engaged and then there's kind of like a mean sort of value gap between, isn't there? So I was thinking, 30, 40 years, and yeah.
Do you tell her every day she's a very lucky woman to have you?
Yeah. No.
And then when you wake up with a black eye, it is amazing though. I mean, I first saw you together, I think 2010, was it? Something like that. I mean, yes. And the chemistry was just so brilliant, and we all need a soulmate, don't we? And you seem to have found yours.
Yeah, she's good fun. She makes me laugh. She pretends she's listening to what I say, so if I've got problems and stuff, that we all need it, don't we? We all need somebody that we can sound off to about different things, especially in the music industry where, there's so many things that kind of get on your nerves. And it's been, as a recording artist now, it's been 15 years. And there's been, both with right across the board with my health and also career-wise, there's been peaks and troughs, and it's always good to have somebody to talk to. The music industry has changed immensely in the last 10 years, and you've got to have your eye constantly on the ball and be on guard all the time. I've taken everything in-house and I've started doing it all. I've got my own team at home and my own people that look after business for me now, because it's important to have people around you that you can trust.
What's amazing about you, you've never sold out, you've never done cheap reality to just keep you on the telly. And what I love about you, as you know more than anything, is you have a God-given gift that sustains you in this business. I mean, you're never going to last this long if you're faking it, and so many are. It's still difficult, though, as you say. I mean, you've gone through probably the worst recession, and to get people to pay to see you live is difficult, yet you're still selling out wherever you go. I mean, it's a great compliment, if nothing else.
Yeah, it's a super compliment, and I think one of the things that's kept me going throughout it all is, no matter what's happened, I've always believed that I'm going to see it through. That I'm going to keep going and keep singing, and that's the main thing. Just, I think it's all about its belief. Getting out there and self-belief is crucial.
It's a tough business in a sense. A guy once told me that by the time you've left the car park, they've forgotten your name. And it is kind of true. You have to remind people you're still alive and doing it.
Yeah, it's like I take purposeful breaks. So I might lose myself in the media spotlight for 12 months. And then people all of a sudden start going, oh, what happened to Russell Watson? We don't hear of him anymore. It's only been 12
in that exact voice as well.
Well, maybe some do it in different voices. Well, whatever happened to Russell Watson? He was like all over here in the States, and then he's just kind of disappeared. Well,
they're the people in Wales. Where else in Britain are they using this accent?
I don't know. Maybe he took a self-imposed rest or something.
I mean, I see you from time to time. I think 2 times ago we were at Loose Women, and they're the places I think you do yourself justice, because you prove you've got a sense of humour and you don't take yourself seriously. And frankly, in this business, it's refreshing, isn't it?
You can't take yourself seriously in the industry. I don't buy into all the kind of showbiz circle type thing. It's just not my scene. My friends are the same friends that I've had for years and years and years. I've still knock around with pals from when I was at school. So friends who are like that I've had maybe for 20 years or something like that from school.
I don't know what's creepier, looking at you. Can we cut to the chase?
The odd years.
I've been really nice to you so far, but I've got to talk about facial hair. I'm sorry to do this, Russell, especially because your fans love you so much, but it is a bit, I mean, it'd be nice for a party, perhaps Halloween or something.
I don't know. I was personally going for a kind of D'Artagnan look, you know. So
it's strange. Is it staying, or is this for some form of bet?
No, I quite fancied a change. I was getting bored with looking at myself. You know, I'm 40. I'm 47 now, and I'm bored of my face. I've lived with it now for such a long time.
But imagine having this face. I mean, really, you've got nothing to worry about.
Yeah, but at least you can laugh at yourself. Mine's just boring.
So the people laughing at me, though, that's the problem. Pantomime. Well, what about Hook at Christmas? You could do that.
No, I want something more like, you know, say the Pirates of the Caribbean or something like. I was hoping for something a bit more glamorous than Hook.
No, get rid of it. Enough's enough. Let's grow up now. This midlife crisis has got to stop. I mean, it's not even fully formed. Have you actually shaved that, or is that just?
No, I've trimmed it. But there's a little gap here. Can you see it?
Right.
It's the only place where the hair doesn't grow. So there's like an inch gap between that tram line and the beard here.
It's a shame, really. Is there anybody I can get to talk to you about this? Like your future wife, maybe she could talk you out of it?
She doesn't like it, but I don't care. It's a testament to a commitment that she can put up with me with, you know, looking like Hook.
Yes. I tried it once, and my girlfriend said that it chafed on the inner thigh.
Really? Superb. Mine just says it itches her face.
You are getting old. Listen, your youthfulness, I think, is one of the reasons that your fans like you. And of all the people I've interviewed over the years, yours keep coming back to me, say, when are you going to talk to him again? The dedication they've got to you has at the very least got to be humbling, because they've stuck with you and they still care. What happens in this business is most people sort of find a fan base and they grow up and get bored, don't they?
Yeah, well, it's become quite a transient industry as well. So a lot of the stuff that's coming in, it's a bit like, I don't know, it's a bit like when McDonald's release a new hamburger, and it's kind of the in thing at the time, and people buy it a bit, and then when the sales start dropping off, they get another hamburger in and change it. It's become a little bit, the music industry's become a little bit like a conveyor belt. But I think all that will start to change in the next few years.
It appears to me you sort of rise above it, though. You don't need them as much as they need you, because you've got the ability to go out and do live shows. And I've always felt in the business, having talked to a lot of sort of TV stars that try and do pop, is unless you can perform live consistently and well, you ain't going to ever make any money. And that's, of course, the one thing you've got.
I like to think that, you know, that I've kind of got something, I don't know, it's interesting. It's a real tough struggle to sustain a career in the music industry. You need to be more than a singer. You need a good business acumen. You need to be able to keep your eye on the ball. And the most important thing of all, and a lesson that I learned very early on, is you must be nice to people. You must treat people as your equal and never see yourself as anything better than they are. And I just think that's a really good code for life in general anyways.
Well, you're saying that, but you've already implied you're better looking than I am, because you have to do things to your face to make it interesting. I mean, you really need to reevaluate that a little bit.
Yeah, but that's because you were taking the beep out of me.
No, I would never do that.
You were.
I wouldn't dream of it.
You said I should be Hook.
No, well, be given the hook, maybe. I don't know.